Welcome back, Pixel Nation. Comix Division here. How the hell are ya? So, the shill media is already at it, claiming that Captain Marvel is being review bombed by white dudes. Never mind the fact that the movie hasn't even dropped yet, and there hasn't been any official critics' reviews out yet. However, here's what's being said on Twitter. Some initial Captain Marvel reactions. Number 1. Cat people will love this movie. Number 2. Some truly magnificent music moments for this 90s kid. Number 3. Carol's hero moments were very cathartic, true to the female experience, in my honest opinion. Number 4. The MCU feels more complete now that Carol's in it. Whatever that means. Oh my god, y'all, I fucking loved Captain Marvel. It's very different than most of the MCU films, and so very 90s. It's funny and fun and super empowering. It made me feel proud to be a woman. Also, as a 90s teen, oh my god, the soundtrack! No, clearly, the MCU has never done anything like that before. Not at all. Nope. Totally original. Never been done before. Captain Marvel is a hit, as a lot of us have been trying to tell a small crowd of folks. Wink, wink. Please do not hesitate if you are thinking of seeing the film. It's gonna leave you very happy and hoping for more, much like Guardians. This film is an important milestone for Marvel. Captain Marvel represents that all is possible when thoughts meets with desire, passion, and creatively to create a world in which women are encouraged to succeed and thrive. So, all you man babies need to shut the fuck up because the critics are loving this film. Where have I heard this before? So it seems like this movie is going to be a hit with lonely women over the age of 30 who reek of cat litter. Anywho, these 2 articles have just come out in the last few days, and the Journos are going gaga over the fact that people have opinions. Go figure. Trolls are already review bombing Captain Marvel on Rotten Tomatoes. And Captain Marvel is already being review bombed on Rotten Tomatoes. Wow, it's as if these titles are exactly the same. Maybe with a word removed and a few of them shuffled around a bit. So let's start off with CBR. Brie Larson has been an active and vocal proponent of diversity in media, and it seems that because of this, the upcoming Captain Marvel has already started receiving negative feedback from users on the review aggregate Rotten Tomatoes. Well, people are entitled to their opinions, even if they're not popular or you simply don't agree with them. Now, there's a lot of things Larson has said that I do think is worthy of scrutiny. I'm not gonna go and hash it out here again. I suggest going and checking out my last video I made on the topic. A large number of the angry comments expressed disinterest in the film due to its leading actor and her beliefs, or the belief that the film is simply pushing an agenda, not because of anything they've actually seen from Captain Marvel itself. Well, when you have the lead actor saying that the movie's gonna be feminist as fuck, I think people do have some pretty valid concerns. Oh, there's something I also want to point out here. So they're comments, not actual reviews. How interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I'm pretty sure the title of this article said review bombing and not comment bombing. Hell, it could be carpet bombing for all I care. Though I do think that holding off any kind of critical review of the movie till it comes out is a good idea. But there's nothing wrong with the speculation based off of Larson's own comments and articles by shill Journos. The users posting these comments are predominantly male and all seem to feel they've been attacked by Larson's views. Though it isn't directly mentioned, the timing suggests that this is a reaction towards Larson's last attempt at fighting for diversity in the press. First off, I would like to know, is there any kind of barriers preventing women and people of color from becoming entertainment journalists? Or reviewers for that matter? I'm pretty sure that the answer is there isn't any barriers. Also, so men aren't allowed to have opinions unless it syncs up with your views, huh? Is that what you're saying? Nothing is above criticism, not even myself. And Brie Larson doesn't get a free pass on being criticized because vagina. It's worth pointing out that Larson never indicated she had any less respect for a white male journalist. Her statement simply expressed a desire to encourage people within the industry to ensure everyone had just as many opportunities to succeed. Oh, really now?
I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him.
Respects white male journalist. Do go on, Brie.
I want to know what that film meant to women of color, to biracial women, to teen women of color, to teens that are biracial. And for the third time, I don't hate white dudes.
Well, that just clears everything up. I have no idea why white men would get the feeling that they're not respected by Brie Larson. No idea. Okay, so here's the problem with her statement. It didn't simply express a desire to encourage people to be more diverse in the industry. She literally said she didn't care about their opinions. However, the point was clearly lost on some who felt that Larson was attacking white males. Whether the latest online reaction stems from active ignorance or a general misunderstanding is unclear.
I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him.
I have no idea why there would be any kind of misunderstanding. It's like something got lost in translation. Personally, I found the more liquored up I get, the more entertaining these articles become. Now, it's time to move on to the screen rant. Captain Marvel is getting review bombed on Rotten Tomatoes, directed by Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck. The next film on the Marvel Cinematic Universe's docket will officially introduce Brie Larson as Carol Danvers, the franchise's first headlining female hero who happens to be the most powerful one. I thought we already cleared up the fact that they're not getting review bombed. It's just people's comments. It has nothing to do with reviews. Somebody shoot me. With Marvel Studios taking a step forward in the right direction with regards to adding more female presence in the MCU, many are eagerly anticipating what the movie will add to the franchise's lore. Unfortunately, not everybody is happy with the move. Okay, folks, can you see how they're framing this narrative here? It's the man babies! It's the man babies! Captain Marvel's being ruined by the man babies because of strong women! You know, we'll get to the comments in a second. Quite frankly, they're all rather benign, but we'll get there. A peek at the Captain Marvel Rotten Tomatoes audience reviews reveals a slew of hateful comments left not just about the film, but Larson herself. Seriously, for the last time, these aren't reviews. They're just fucking comments. Ugh. Okay, folks. Let's take a look at some of these hateful comments. Brie Larson said this isn't for me. I'll spend my money elsewhere. Search the lead actress. Drew doesn't want me to go. As I'm a white male, I won't go. Drew, I hope your movie's good without me. Who the fuck is Drew? Larson has made it very clear, men need not attend this movie. Looks like they're set to ruin a franchise. Oh boy, first off, this will be worse than Last Jedi. I'm calling it. Critics will love it, audience hate it. Secondly, I'm only excited for Nick Fury and the Skrulls and the Kree. That's pretty much it. I'm not interested in her. All I want to see is Skrulls do their thing and see how Nick lost an eye, but without 2 hours of cringe with we will most likely get. Christ, did I write this? I somehow feel that the Skrulls are not the enemy, but I am. Since Brie Larson has been careful to state she doesn't want the press tour to include types like me. I want to see this at first, but the actress who plays Captain Marvel seems to be just bland. I would only want to see it because it fits into the Marvel universe, not because of anything I've seen in the trailer. This is not a review, as I have not seen it. I love these kinds of films, but I find Brie Larson and the gender-biased marketing of the film to be repugnant and exclusionary. There's no need to make gender division in the 21st century. Imagine the damage if Sigourney Weaver, Linda Hamilton, or Gina Davis excluded their young male audiences. It's really kind of hard to argue with what this guy said. Come to think of it, what the hell happened to Gina Davis? Was going to see this, but the trailers were disappointing. And I don't support anything that tries to weaponize the culture war and cause hatred and division. The MCU is going in a sad direction. Oh well, it was great while it lasted. 10 years was a good run. Oh my god! So much misogyny! The internet, it's so filled with hate! No wonder this article was being written. I've got to take everything back I said! How could I have been so wrong? Carol Danvers is my favorite superhero. Everything about this movie looks incredible. Oh, okay. Who let the male feminist in the room? Most of the trolls' comments are about Larson being a vocal feminist, and how this movie pushes feminism to the forefront of the MCU. Indeed. Maybe it's because they're sick of identity politics being pushed in entertainment these days. But no, it's alt-right women-hating trolls. Seriously, Larson doesn't get a pussy pass here. Because of this, they assume that the movie will ruin the franchise, with most of them announcing that they won't be watching it in theaters. Quite frankly, I don't blame them. Yes, it can potentially tank the next phase of the MCU if they continue to get woke. And let's not be coy here. This movie is a test to see if they can get away with it. Obviously, one can argue that people expressing these opinions before Captain Marvel has even been released to theaters had no intention of ever seeing it to begin with. Wow, that's a pretty bold argument you're making there. You care to back it up with any facts or anything? Nope, just your opinion. That's what I thought. They probably were intending to go and see the movie, up to the point where Brie Larson opened her fucking mouth. These days, it's honestly getting rather hard to separate the art from the artist. Over the last couple of years, the public has seen this collective move from online trolls bashing films because they don't like the message that their narrative conveys. Do tell, what's all this about bashing things because you don't like the message and the narrative that it conveys? No, it's not like this article's doing that or anything. Larson has been very outspoken about social and cultural issues since long before she was cast as Carol Danvers. And chances are, this specific trait was one of the things that put her on Marvel Studios' radar. Aside from her Oscar-winning acting skills. Oh, that's so cute. You think the Oscars are about merit, and it was her acting skills. Oh, the Oscars are political. No one's ever won because of merit. It's all about campaigning. Knowing how important Carol's story is in the pages of the comics. Yes, her story is so important and universally loved by fans. Yeah, that's the reason why the series been rebooted, no less than 5 times, right? Because it's so popular. You know, maybe the movie will get rebooted 5 times as well. The introduction of Larson as the titular lead in Captain Marvel will not ruin the franchise just because she's a woman, no matter how much some persistent trolls might argue otherwise. Oh, lordy. That is not the reason why people are criticizing Captain Marvel. But clearly, this is the narrative that you're trying to push. And these are not trolls. Trolling is a deliberate act of making random unsolicited comments to provoke an emotional knee-jerk reaction. That's not what these people are doing. They're expressing their opinions, as repugnant as you may think they are, even though they're technically not. I know that's a matter of opinion, but screw it. If this was a movie about a straight white male, nobody would care about the fucking comments. However, because vagina. It's because she's a woman. The sad thing about all this, it seems as if modern feminists can't take the same criticism that is leveled against men. You know what? The other thing that I think really sucks is that Black Widow seems to continually get the short end of the stick. She's been in the MCU since Iron Man 2. Her movie, quite frankly, is long overdue, and she sure as hell deserved it before Captain Marvel. Let's face it, folks, she's the one female character who continually gets screwed by the MCU. And not in a good way. What are your thoughts, folks? Are you excited about this movie? Are you dreading it? Do you think it's gonna tank the MCU? Let me know what you think by dropping a comment. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Or you can even hate like it. Bash that bell for instant notifications. Subscribe for more of my crappy content and my stupid opinions. I'll see you next time, folks.